Hello everybody, how are you this week? My name is Brittany McLean. I am your Celebrity Pro Makeup Artist and I'm here for you every Tuesday for Just the Tip Tuesday. And this is part 3 of our 5-week Halloween series. This week I did a she-devil and then the rest of my series is still a secret. So I can't share that with you yet, but join me next week because you're gonna wanna join me. It'll be something different, but we took it a step further this week by doing prosthetics. So that way you could kind of see, and then some body paint per usual. But let me know what you think. I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you want to know how I got this look, then you can just stay tuned. I don't know how I go from bridal to doing this kind of makeup on a regular basis when it comes to like Halloween, because listen, I am tired. I am so tired. Starting off with doing a little bit of glue on my eyebrows. Okay, this is going to help us cover them, make it easy to cover with foundation or whatever we want to use. I didn't buy horns, so air dry clay, sculpted air dry clay is going to be my horns. So there's that. So basically here I'm just sculpting and molding my devil horns. You can do it however you want, whatever style you want. I kept it pretty basic and just did some regular horns, and then I flattened the bottom of them so they would lay flush to my forehead like so. And yeah, there's the horns, and I'm just seeing how they fit, how they look. And then this is after I sculpted both horns. I'm just making sure they look even, making sure they look fluid with my forehead. So basically I'm going in and I am doing Painterly Paint Pot all over my lid and my brow, and I'm going to start the makeup process. Honestly, I'm just winging it. I don't really have a specific look in mind, so just kind of bear with me through this process because I had a whole different idea to do, but I decided to go a different direction with it. So I just felt like I wanted to do something a little different than what I did last week. So that's why I'm not doing the look I plan to do today because of last week. So anyways, and now I'm going in with a white cream makeup and applying that all over. This is going to help the red kind of stand out, or black, whatever I choose to do. And it's also going to help hide my brow. You can use any cream white makeup. I used Maron last week. I enjoyed Maron, that was fine. This one's just a random one I picked up. It's the Wet n Wild version. It's their duo stick. They have the contour on one side and the white makeup on the other. I want to try a different brand to see what, just to see kind of like what other options there were. And because this is going to be kind of like yes, it's special effects slightly, but because it's also a beauty makeup, I wanted to just use also a different brand just to see kind of like how it would perform for me. So that's what we're doing. And as always, it looks like a mess until it's not. So just, keep bearing with me. Now using our Ben Nye setting powder, we set. Now grab a fluffy brush and grab whatever series of red, orange eyeshadows you have. And go ahead and start putting that all over the lid. I'm starting with kind of a lighter orange. I'm doing eyes first. I like doing eyes first, just, you know, in case there's fallout or just anything. It's okay to be messy with this one because we're using a lot of reds. But just in case, I always just do, it's natural for me to want to do eyes first. So that's what I typically end up doing. Okay. And I'm just going to carry that well into my brow. Kind of like so. I used a light orange is what it looks like, but on it looks like a light red. Now we're going to go in with the next darkest color, and we're going to work above our natural crease. We're going to work right in here. We're going to the next shade darker. The idea with these eyeshadows, that first lighter shade kind of gives us a shadow of a new crease, and then you work your way up with building intensity using deeper colors. Next darkest shade. At this time, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush for precision purposes. Now the next shade that I have that's darker has a tint of purple. It's like a red purple. So that's what we're going to grab. The one thing about this makeup look is it's a blending game. From the eyes to the makeup, the face makeup, it's all blending. So you have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of arm strength. You can tell, like, at the very end, I get, like, tired of blending. I'm just over it. So that's when it comes to my face. But as far as the eyes go, it's blending, going back in with your other brushes that have previous color and just blending. So now going in with a plum color. Now, if it's not depositing as much color as you'd like, you can always go in with a little bit of a denser brush. But I think for me, this is probably doing pretty good. I'm good with this intensity. Got a really shiny like red here, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But again, I'm gonna use it wet. Boy, did I find something with more pizzazz. Okay. This is from ColourPop, this color. And of course, there's no real name for it. So it was in a collection, the Barbie collections. So it's been a couple of years, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work. So with this part of the makeup, you're basically just applying a thin coat of the liquid makeup, and you're going to just blend it all out. I'll blend it all over, let it dry down, and then you can apply more if you need more, but you usually don't need more. Where's Beyonce? Right now, it just looks like I have a really bad sunburn. So glad we could do this together. You gotta paint the horns too, so I'm painting as I go. Using some black paint, you hear Beyonce, she's drying my horns. But with some black paint, we're gonna just do some really like just obnoxious eyebrows, okay? So just do some brows of your choice. I went a little bit deeper in my crease. I got my brows on. Now I'm gonna go back in with this cream stick. I'm gonna highlight and contour. You know, she needs to be beat too, so we're gonna do that. And create kind of like a triangle situation right in here because we want her to be a little bit snatched, you know, just a little bit. All right, and we're just gonna pat it all in. All this blending literally had my arms just feeling so tired. I was already tired to begin with, but this was like so much blending, and you can just kind of see just from the sped up version exactly how much blending it is, but nevertheless. Okay, same thing with the other eye and all of the areas. I'll be right back. I heard an artist say one time, you usually want to sculpt the nose that you want, not the nose you have. So, with that being said, I'm going in and I am just going to contour for the nose that I want. I want a more snatched and narrow nose, so that's where I'm gonna go. It's a mess till it's not. I know, I look like the freaking heat miser. It's fine. I'm not done yet, okay? I'm not done. I'm going in with a deeper shade of red. It's almost like a burgundy. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in with my cream here, and I'm going to narrow my nose a bit more within that contour. So taking this into here, we're creating more of a, we're doing the same thing we would with highlighting and contouring. Essentially what this does is going to give us a little bit more of a lifted cheek effect. Now just taking some of that red eyeshadow and kind of just blending everything in. Giving her a blush moment as well. So there's that. She's getting blush. It's pink, it's not red. While that's baking, I'm gonna do eyeliner. Where's my eyeliner? All right, I did most of my eyeliner off of camera, aside from this one. But essentially this is the vibe you wanna go for. Or whatever vibe you wanna do. I don't really care. Whatever vibe suits you the most. Now, one thing I'm gonna do to kind of make this elevated, a little more of like an elevated glam, is I'm gonna add a little bit of like, I found these, I don't even know, they're like stars, I don't know, let me show you. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus, but basically it's these little things. It's like glitter, but it's not, so I don't know. But I'm gonna put that on because I have a wild hair and I'm like, you know, let's just see how that turns out. So we're winging it. We're gonna do it. And I'm just gonna use a small amount of lash glue to kind of, I don't know, I guess brush across my lid. And then I'm just gonna start like picking up and dropping off these little pieces of glitter. Now, I'm just letting you know these are not eye safe glitters. That's why I am using lash glue, because lash glue is gonna make sure they just kind of like stay in place a little bit. I purchased these by accident on Amazon, and I've quite clearly used a few because again, these are the ones that I have to use up because I just didn't get the right ones. Okay, lashes are on. You can kind of see them, but again, I'll get closer here in a little bit and we will get better look at things. I am now going to move on to the horns. I'm going to buff out some of this powder and then we're going to move on to the horns. It's the part where I'm scared because I don't know if this is gonna work out or not. So we're gonna learn together, okay? It's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. We're just winging it. Oh my God, it's stuck. Good. I was really concerned it was not going to do it. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to flatten down some of these edges. One horn down, another one to go. Be right back. Okay, I'm going to flatten down the edges and make sure it's secure. Be right back. All right, now I have Sin Wax from Maron. And the Sin Wax I'm going to put on around the devil horns to create more of like a smoother effect. I'm going to apply that Sin Wax right along the edge of the horn and smooth it down. Makes it look like it's more in my head, like they're coming from out of my head. I take that Sin Wax and I flatten it really, really good, kind of like that. And I just make it really like kind of thin as I can with my fingers. I warm it up. Kind of like that. And I just apply it to the device. I'm not gonna worry so much about the top part because, or like the sides where my hair is. I don't want to get wax in my hair, so, but we're just gonna keep on keeping on and do the same thing with both horns. Okay. Now that I've got that on, I'm going back in with my red paint and I'm painting over that. And I'm also going to add black for, again, more depth. Give it the appearance that it's coming from out of my head in real life. We're gonna let this dry down. We're gonna add a little black around it in a minute, but we're gonna also add lipstick, so that's next. All right, so just for fun, I'm adding these little bit of lines here, just because it kind of just gives us something a little cartoony. Just a little something else. Just a little something. Okay. 1 second. All right, guys, here's the final look. I did my hands, I did my arms, you know, I did the whole shebang this time. I didn't want to skip any steps, and so here we are. I didn't have anything red to wear, but I had black with flames, and I figured that would be completely fine. It would satisfy you all, so I hope that helps. I did curl my hair a little bit here just to kind of give me a little bit of a she-devil kind of vibe. What do we think? Do we love this? Do we like it? Will we wear it? Are you gonna try it? Let me know if you try it. I want to know if you like these kind of looks. I did the prosthetics this time with the devil horns. I did make these myself. They were not that hard, but they, you know, if you use air clay, which I'll show you what, I grabbed the Crayola brand air clay, okay? This is the big giant tub that I bought, made by Crayola. It's very much just like regular clay. It usually takes 2 to 3 days to air dry depending on the thickness of the thing you're making, but these are pretty hard and dry, and it's been maybe like 2 hours maybe. So I stuck them on with Graftobian Pro Adhesive. That was what I used to apply my prosthetics, and then I used the Maron Wax to help kind of give us that little skin effect, make them look like they're coming out of my skin. But yeah, what do we think? I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like this look, and I hope you'll join me next week for another Just the Tip Tuesday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.